സ്റ്റുഡൻസ് ഇന്ത്യ ഇംഗ്ലീഷ് സ്പീക്കിംഗ് കോഴ്സ്. കേരളത്തിലെ ഏറ്റവും മികച്ച മൾട്ടിമീഡിയ വിദ്യാഭ്യാസ പ്രസിദ്ധീകരണമായ സ്റ്റുഡൻസ് ഇന്ത്യ കുട്ടികൾക്കായി തയ്യാറാക്കിയിരിക്കുന്ന ബേസിക് ഇംഗ്ലീഷ് സ്പീക്കിംഗ് കോഴ്സാണിത്. സെഷൻ 12. വ്യത്യസ്ത സാഹചര്യങ്ങളിൽ നടത്തേണ്ട സംഭാഷണങ്ങളാണ് ഇനി നാം പരിചയപ്പെടാൻ പോകുന്നത്. രണ്ട് സ്നേഹിതർ ജിഹാനും രാഹുലും എതിരെ നടന്നു വരുമ്പോൾ പരസ്പരം കണ്ടുമുട്ടുന്നു. Hey, how is it going? I'm good, thanks. Yourself? I'm also good, thank you. ഷെറിൻ, ഫ്ലോറ എന്നിവർ ബസ് സ്റ്റോപ്പിൽ ബസ് കാത്തു നിൽക്കുന്നു. പരിചയക്കാരാണ്. Hey, how are you doing? Good, thank you. Yourself? I'm okay, thanks. How is your husband? He's good. How are your kids? They're good. How is your job? It is good. Thanks for asking. My bus is coming. Goodbye. It was great to meet you. I miss you really. അന്നയുടെ ഫോണിൽ ഒരു മിസ്ഡ് കോൾ കണ്ടു. സാറ വിളിച്ചതായിരുന്നു. അന്ന തിരികെ വിളിക്കുന്നു. ഹായ് സാറ, വാട്ട്സപ്പ്. വാട്ട്സപ്പ് എന്നതിന്റെ അർത്ഥം വാട്ട്സ് മാറ്റർ എന്നോ വാട്ട് ഈസ് ഹാപ്പനിങ് എന്നോ ആണ്. I just got a new job. Really? What's the job? A branch manager at the Federal Bank. That's great. Good luck with your new job. വ്യത്യസ്ത കോളേജുകളിൽ പഠിക്കുന്ന പീറ്റർ, കരോൾ എന്നീ കുട്ടികൾ ഒരു സെമിനാറിൽ കണ്ടുമുട്ടുന്നു. അവർ തമ്മിൽ നടന്ന സംഭാഷണം ശ്രദ്ധിക്കാം. ഹായ്, വാട്ട്സ് യുവർ നെയിം? Carol, what is yours? Peter, which college are you from, Carol? I am from SB College. And you? I am from SN College. Nice to meet you, Carol. ജോൺ, മധു എന്നിവർ പാർക്കിലാണ്. സമയം വൈകുന്നേരം. ജോൺ മധുവിനെ ചായ കുടിക്കാൻ ക്ഷണിക്കുന്നു. Let's have a tea now. I'm a little tired. Sounds good. Any restaurant near here? Are you hungry? No, I had lunch a little late today. I would like to have a bite. There is a restaurant around the corner. Let's go there. ഇനി അന്നയും അനിതയും തമ്മിലുള്ള ഇൻഫോർമൽ സംഭാഷണം ശ്രദ്ധിക്കാം. കുറെ കാലമായി അവർ തമ്മിൽ കണ്ടുമുട്ടിയിട്ട്. Gosh, Anna, is that you? It has been a long time. How have you been? I am fine. Yourself? Good, thanks. It is so good to see you. You look great. You have changed a bit. Students India English Speaking Course. അടുത്തതായി COVID-19 അടിസ്ഥാനമാക്കി മോഡറേറ്ററും ഡോക്ടറും കുട്ടികളുമായുള്ള സംഭാഷണം കേൾക്കാം. We know that the whole world is now in the grip of the disease called COVID-19. You may have to listen to talks about the disease or discuss the topic with your friends. In either case, we need to know words and expressions related to the disease. Dr. Nisha, an expert on subject, is leading the discussion. Dr. Nisha is the expert who addresses you. You can ask her questions. Good morning, everybody. Let's get started. Let's begin with the name of the disease. Officially now, it is called COVID-19. Where does it come from, madam? That comes from the words coronavirus disease 2019. All right? Madam, how do we say that somebody has the virus or this illness? We can do it in a number of different ways. Which are they? You could say he has COVID-19, or you could make it negative and say he doesn't have COVID-19. How else? You could also just say he has coronavirus, or he doesn't have coronavirus. Okay? Could you tell us the different terms associated with COVID-19? They are using different terms for this illness. They are saying COVID-19, coronavirus, the new coronavirus, and the novel coronavirus. Novel just means new, okay? You might hear different expressions for this illness itself. Any other way by which? Yet another way you could say it is she has coronavirus. Instead of just saying she has coronavirus or she doesn't have coronavirus, both ways are being used. Are these the formal ways, or are there more formal ways of saying one has the disease? On the news, you might hear is they tested positive for the coronavirus, or they tested negative for COVID-19. So if somebody tested positive, it means they have the virus, and if they tested negative, they do not have the virus. Alright? What are some of the symptoms that people might have if they have this illness? Pardon? What does the word symptom mean? Mr. Irfan, you could perhaps explain. I hope so. It means that you are showing some kind of physical or mental signs of this illness. Am I right, madam? You are right, Mr. Irfan. What are some of those common symptoms of the coronavirus? The first one is cough. One thing about cough. If you need to cough, or if someone is coughing, where should they cough? In the bend of their elbow. Okay? Another symptom, a cold. What is cold, doctor? You know, when your nose is running and you are sniffing all day long, okay? Or you take a tissue and you blow your nose, alright? Then you would say you have a cold. Another symptom, sneezing. Remember, do it into bend of your elbow. What is the next? The next is fever. What does it mean to have a fever? It means you're feeling, warm or hot, right? There is another way to say one has fever. You mean temperature, don't you? He has temperature, okay? Another symptom is body ache. The person might also feel fatigue. What does it mean to ache and fatigue? To ache means to feel a continuous dull pain. Fatigue means feeling very, very tired. Another, difficulty in breathing. The person experienced difficulty in breathing. We would say it is hard for her to breathe. So these are the symptoms. We hope there will be many more things for us to get from you, doctor. Now let's look at some more advanced words, some more advanced nouns that are being used about this subject. The very common advanced words that are being used are the words outbreak, epidemic, pandemic. What do they mean, madam? An outbreak is when something happens suddenly and a lot of people are affected. In this case, how are those people affected? They got a disease, okay? So there was an outbreak in Wuhan, China. What about the next one, doctor? Next, when the outbreak spread to more people or other areas, it becomes an epidemic. Then the WHO declared COVID-19 a pandemic. WHO. World Health Organization, alright? That means the epidemic spread to larger areas, maybe even all over the world, and became a pandemic. Any other word, doctor? Any other word you might hear a lot, it is measures. That the health authorities took various measures to deal with the situation. Measures here means the actions or steps that they took in order to control these problems. There are more again, we believe. There are. Another word is transmission. Transmission means the spread of the virus, the passing on of the virus to the other people, to more people. Okay, that is transmission. Madam, there are two words we always hear. They are isolation and quarantine. Could you please explain? Isolation first. A lot of people are asked to go into isolation if they have the virus. So isolation means that somebody has to be alone. They have to be away from everybody else for health reasons. So a lot of people are being asked to go into isolation if they have virus. They must be in isolation. Is quarantine different from isolation? We are really curious, madam. Quarantine is similar to isolation, but a little bit different. They must be away from everybody else. People who might have the coronavirus are asked to stay away from other people. Suppose somebody went on a flight and then they found out that somebody on the flight had this virus. So then everybody else who flew on that particular flight might be asked to go into self-quarantine. Self-quarantine means you do it to yourself. We often come across other terms such as lockdown, etc. Would you please tell us what lockdown means? Many places are now either in lockdown or under lockdown or on lockdown. You can use any of the prepositions in, under or on. Now, what does lockdown mean? You probably do know because it might be happening where you are or somewhere else that you have read about. It means people are not allowed to go where they want to. Schools, shops, offices, businesses, restaurants, movie theaters and many other places are shut down. Travel is restricted. We hear people saying community plus something. Hope you will explain, madam. I think the expression you mean are community spread and community transmission. You have guessed correctly, madam. Community spread or community transmission happens when a disease spreads in the community, but the health authorities do not know how the people got the disease, okay? There is a piece of something that people nowadays wear on their face. Won't you tell us what it do, madam? Surely, it is called mask. It protects the wearer from the pollutants in the air and prevents the entry of germs. These are the various nouns we are hearing today on the news. Now look at some of the verbs, okay? We are very curious, doctor. One of them is the to declare a pandemic. We talked about it. The WHO declared a pandemic. That means that they said or announced something officially and publicly, alright. Madam, we now and then hear banned something or other. What does the word ban mean in the context of COVID-19? For example, to ban large gatherings. Ban means to not allow something. For instance, large gatherings are banned. Many people are not allowed to come together in one place. Many international flights are banned, not allowed. Okay. Is restricting something associated with banning? I think so. Along with the banning of certain things, some other things are restricted. For example, travel is being restricted in many places. You may wonder how banning differs from restricting. To restrict means to limit something, but to ban means to stop it completely. Madam, we come across reports that some countries are sealing their borders. What does sealing mean? To seal means to close completely. Okay, to close the borders, and the border is the line that divides different countries. We are being asked to avoid contact with others. What does avoid mean? To avoid something means to try not to do that. Could you give an example? Of course, avoid contact, that is touching other people, in order to keep yourself and other people safe. Many people are talking about groceries and food, etc. It is reported. What does it mean to stock up? When people stock up, they are buying a lot of things to use in the future, alright? That is okay. That is a little bit natural and normal and is going on everywhere. There is another word that is not okay. To hoard goods. Is it not all stocking up? No, to hoard means to buy much more than you need. And that is not looked in a positive way, because if you hoard food or groceries, then you have more than you need, but maybe other people do not have anything. So stock up is okay, but hoarding is looked at in a negative way. It is antisocial, so to speak. We have been attending a very valuable session headed by Dr. Nisha. On the behalf of all the participants, I express our sincere gratitude to her for providing so much information on an important subject of the present time. Thank you very much, madam. I feel honored. ഈ സെഷനുകളിൽ ഉൾപ്പെടുത്തിയ കാര്യങ്ങൾ ശ്രദ്ധാപൂർവം മനസ്സിലുറപ്പിച്ച് നിത്യജീവിതത്തിൽ ഉപയോഗിക്കാൻ ശ്രമിക്കുക. കേരളത്തിലെ ഏറ്റവും മികച്ച മൾട്ടിമീഡിയ വിദ്യാഭ്യാസ പ്രസിദ്ധീകരണമായ സ്റ്റുഡൻസ് ഇന്ത്യ സ്കൂൾ കുട്ടികൾക്കായി ഒരുക്കുന്ന സ്റ്റുഡൻസ് ഇന്ത്യ ബേസിക് ഇംഗ്ലീഷ് സ്പീക്കിംഗ് കോഴ്സ് തുടർന്നുള്ള ഭാഗങ്ങൾക്കായി കാത്തിരിക്കുക. വിശദാംശങ്ങൾ അടുത്ത സ്റ്റുഡൻസ് ഇന്ത്യ പഠന സഹായം നിന്ന് ലഭിക്കൂ. Students India English Speaking Course